Oh, hello there. It has been a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes, perhaps 3 minutes. Oh, my aching body. Hello, new phone, who dish? H2O resubscribe for 19 months. Holy shit. Yo, that's a long ass time. Isn't that a long ass time? That's a long ass time. I appreciate it, H2O. Well, thank you. Thank you kindly. Well, thank you kindly, good sir. How was ocean fishing? Ocean fishing was good. It was good, I suppose. Are you also getting spam texts? I always get spam texts. I get so many spam texts, like all the time. And calls. My favorite spam texts are job offers where someone offers me to a position where I review products online and I can earn like $500 a day with very minimal hours worked. Those are my favorite ones. The lengthiest donkey? I don't know what that means. Ev, you can't stream with guns showing? I always stream with guns showing. Is this against TOS? Am I supposed to cover up? Oh, long ass. I get it. Hello? First hello, second who dis? Hello, Sudabachi. Who dis? Who dis indeed? How are you? How is everybody? I have like a bunch of pictures and stuff that I could share. I just gotta like upload them or something first. To Google Drive, I suppose, which I'm trying to do right now. So maybe not tonight. I technically got back on Sunday though. Kinda just been reacclimating to land life. Oh boy. Yeah, I got a little folder going on here. Anyway, I'll figure something out. We'll see if it's ready today or some other day. If it's some other day, then it's all good. Right? All good. Yeah, I think it's starting to upload into this little folder that I got here. Anyway, how's everyone doing? It was a good trip. I actually had a pretty good time. Might do another one later this year. Keep my mom company when I can. But I was there. You know, it was it was definitely like an older clientele on that ship. So, but that's okay. But I was there with my mom and two of my aunts and one of my uncles, and yeah, it was kind of nice. It was kind of nice. The only thing that I wasn't like used to was like, you know, some of the poshiness of being on the ship, right? Where, you know, we had like the cabin steward who like every time I saw him, he's like, "Hey, do you need me to do anything to the room? Do you need anything?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good, man." It's like, "You sure? Like, you want me to clean the room?" Like, I'm okay. I swear, there was one day where he like cleaned the room like 3 times. And like, you know, I'm just like, damn, dude. put in the work, I suppose. Oh, but yeah, it's good. Whenever I get these photos and stuff uploaded, I will share my experiences. But overall, it was good. I feel refreshed. I feel revitalized. It was good to see the outside world, first of all, and more of the outside world, and the outside world that I haven't seen before. Right, it's a good little reminder that there's more to this life than this little editing bubble that I've been in for the past couple years. Right, it kind of brought me back to like before COVID, where I felt like a functioning member of society. You know, going out and doing my job and going out and, you know, and going out and going out. more. It's not that I don't go out, but I just I don't go out as much. But yeah, it was good. Good news is I didn't gain that much bloat and or weight. I was expecting to weigh in at like 190 when I came back, 190 plus. Weighed in at like 187 and like 3 pounds are already gone since I came back. I still kind of have it's very minor now, but the first day I got back on Sunday and I laid down in my bed, I had what was called oh, there's an official term for this. What was that official term? Mal de débarquement syndrome. Feeling like you're on a boat when you're on land, also known as mal de débarquement syndrome, MDDS, a vestibular disorder that causes a persistent feeling of swaying or rocking even when stationary. Yeah, I felt like I was still on that boat. Still had my sea legs, but it's pretty much gone by this point. It's like it's very like if the first day I came home it was like 100%. Right now it's, I don't know, 10% or something. So yeah, I have my sea legs. It's an interesting feeling. Anyway, did I miss anything in my time away? Was anything new and exciting for you guys? Either in-game or outside of game? Well, Kevin's here. What's going on, Volpini? I am here. I am back. I have returned. Oh, as you can probably tell, I didn't do any work when I was on the trip, so, you know, I've been working on the Valheim video, since my return, and hopefully, I don't know, by the end of this week, I'll have Valheim video ready to go. Same old here, same old. Was there a 14 update? What did I miss something, by the way? You're about to go away to Portugal for a week. Oh, you're going to Portugal. When are you leaving? Your trip to New Jersey on Monday sounds like it might turn deadly since no ATC people work in Newark anymore. Air traffic control? Wait, there's no air traffic control people in Newark? Wait, you're going on a trip to New Jersey? How long are you going to be there? Sorrel and I... Well, I definitely did. Sorrel, did you ever have to go... Well, Sorrel has some roots in New Jersey, somewhat, kind of. But did you ever have to travel there for work? I traveled there a couple times. Sunday. Wait, so you and Volpini will be gone next week. How come we didn't sync our trips for the same week? What's up with that? That's rude. Did I have fun? I had a good Cavelius. I did have a good time. It was a good time. It's pretty good. I'll probably end up going you know, mostly like I could do without the whole cruise thing, right? Like I'm not really like a big trip kind of person. It's kind of nice every now and then, right? I was just telling folks it was good to get out into the outside world, to parts unknown. And it was good to remind myself that there's more to this life than this little editing bubble that I've been living in for the past couple years. But I mostly like would do these kinds of trips for my mom because she's on these trips, and just to keep her company. Even though she has company on these trips with like her siblings and stuff. You only went back once since you moved here? Oh, you didn't have to go over there? Yeah. I traveled to New Jersey a handful of times for work purposes. It was always like a short trip. Maybe like 3 days at max. So didn't get to do much there. Yeah, we should have all gone at the same time. Yeah. So like I said, I have my photos and stuff and videos uploading. I don't know. Maybe they'll be ready today. Oh, yeah. Maybe they are ready today. Ooh, yeah. Okay. I think they might actually be ready. Is that Sorrel? By the way, how much progress... Yo. Wait, yo, what the hell? I've been gone for 1 week and you guys have already colonized the entire moon? What is this? We're already on log 7? How could you make this progress without me? That's rude. Oh my god. My FOMO's kicking in. How could Yoshi P do this to me? How could Yoshi P do this to me? What did they build? Is there just more teleportation terminal things? That's what it looks like. Calabash Cove. Oh. Oh, you went in winter? I never went when it was like super cold. I went when it was like raining before. You already boarded this tier? You need not Eureka so bad. Yeah, I'm excited for that. That to come. I was telling folks that I'm working on the Valheim video at the moment. Some already at stage 9? Damn, y'all already at stage 9? Cosmic Exploration. Alright, let's look at the report here. I've been gone a week. What happened? North America. Stage 10? Stage 11? Okay, so we all know the servers that have no life. These servers, they have no lives here. Right? Stage, yeah. Siren's struggling. Okay, look at that. Coral, we're stage 8. Look, Balmung's putting in the work right now. We're all 8s over here. We're 7s and 8s and Dynamis. Primal is 8s. Across the board. How are they doing in Europe? We're 8s and 8s. There's a 10. Phoenix? Damn, bunch of tryhards on Phoenix, huh? Jeez. Oceania. 7s, 8s. Okay, a little lagging behind. And then we got the 8s. Oh, we got 11 on Tonberry. That's the highest one, right? A bunch 8s all the way down here. Is 11 the highest? Oh no, Cactuar is at 11 too. Well, it's the highest, but yes. Cactuar's ahead. They're halfway through 11. They're just at 11. And these guys are, yeah, okay. America, baby. I've been getting the itch to play the Oblivion remaster. It does look very fun. I haven't seen too much of the gameplay, just like a video here or there, but it looks good. Like aesthetically, it looks good. Now I don't know how truthful it is to the original, but I never played the original, so that's not a big issue to me, I suppose. You're on M7S now, H2O? We done with M6S? It's poorly optimized? It sounds like Bethesda, doesn't it? So truthful to the original that a lot of the original mods still work on it? Oh wow. That's kind of crazy, huh? Damn. Oh, you've been on the M7S grind, huh? Damn. Is that tough? Wait, what happened to your static? Your static, what happened? I thought you had a static. Oh, you guys are still at M6S with the static. Oh, I see. This tier was fun, but you're on gear set 2.5. Well, when do you call it quits? Yeah, isn't the new patch coming in soonish? Or like, aren't we due soonish-ish? Like a month? Few weeks? Maybe by the time you guys get back from your trip, they'll be here. Perhaps. Let me grab these. These are some photos my friend took. So it's still going. Still going. The tier's still going. People are still proccing. They're trying to get through this tier. The hardest of tiers in a while. I suppose. Right? Okay. I think all my pictures are uploaded here. Here, we can do a little show and tell. Hopefully I don't have anything bad here. Right, everything looks good, right? Okay, everything's good. Yeah, we can get some Spotify. We can play some. What's a good? All right, which expansion would be the best expansion to play during show and tell here? Stormblood, maybe. Right? Taking a boat. Because we took a boat. Stormblood. Did you guys flame the dancer? Or was the... Oh, these are down here. I'm gonna rename this so it's at the top. Image. Imag. Image. Okay. Image. 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 Red alert? What are we red alerting? Okay, so this was the ship. Here, I'll open up a Google map on the side here. So you can see. So this ship... Go to San Francisco. We'll have this map on the side here. Alright, so this was the ship. This was the ship that I was on. Right here. So my friend was at a locale near enough to snap photos of the ship as it was departing. Which it departed from, this is the Bay Area here. It departed from San Francisco. Pier... One of these piers. Pier 27. Or something. So... I got to... So what I did was, I took public transportation to get to the pier. And I basically took the same route that I did back at one of my old jobs. Because I used to work around this area. So I took the same line. So that was nostalgic. This was before the pandemic. I hadn't taken that line since the pandemic. And then I walked up here. So it basically... Yeah, it leaves out through here. Here's the Golden Gate Bridge. The infamous Golden Gate Bridge. Though, I think my favorite bridge... Well, I prefer... Look, the Golden Gate Bridge is kind of overrated. I like this bridge. The Bay Bridge here. But my favorite bridge is probably one of these two because it's not as crowded. But, you know, you only go over there if you're traveling to this side of the bay. No. There's an S rank. I ain't got no time for S ranks right now. Anyway, so my friend was basically because he likes to bike around the city and stuff. He was basically here. around Fort Miley. So he was in this area right around here. So as the ship was leaving, he was able to snap some photos of the ship leaving. So that's this point of view right here. Princess Cruise. I've never walked the Golden Gate Bridge. I've only driven across it. Yeah, and there's the ship, and you know, you got all the people up here doing stuff. Oh, we don't want to leave comments. But I deduced, I was trying to see, because I know he has a nice camera. I was trying to see if he can actually find me. And I told him I'm on the 14th deck, which is kind of hard to tell from here. So my only other clue was, right here is like the captain's, I don't know, it looked like they were doing some official business in here, right? Some navigating in here. My deck was on par with this one. And I was about in the middle of the ship. So if we zoom in here, right, this is the floor that I was on right up here, right? And I told him, I'm gonna wave my hands, okay? Let's see if you can find me. And if you kind of look right over here, if we zoom in all the way, I don't know if you can see that. That's me right there. I was on the XIV deck, yes. What's going on, Noel? Yeah, that was me. I was doing this, and then you can see like my reflection. I was also giving him the middle finger, but you can't really see that. But I have my hands up like that. So that's me. That was me right over there. We're just doing some show and tell, Noel. And then we were talking about it, and then I circled it so he could see it. This is after reprocessing the picture a couple times. But yeah, that's me right there. That's 100% me. Right around in the middle of the ship here. Parallel with this doohickey, this navigation deck of some sort. So that was kind of cool. That was kind of funny. But yeah, it's apparently, I love that photo of you. Apparently this is like one of their like mid-tier ships, and by mid-tier I mean like by age, right? It's not like the oldest ship and it's not the newest ship. It's kind of like in the middle, and by being in the middle of age, it's like size-wise too, I believe, probably. So we're right under the balls. Yeah, I didn't know that was above me though, because I couldn't see up there. But we have a couple set of balls here. I don't know what these are for. All I know is that Star Destroyers have these, right? Star Destroyers from Star Wars have the balls too, so it must be something important and integral to ships, right? What are the balls on ships? Radomes. Radars. That's what they are. So there it is. Yeah, so anyway, this ship, this cruise is, it leaves the Bay Area here and it sails up north, and its first stop is in Oregon. Astoria, Oregon up here. So it was like a day of travel before getting there. So we left on Sunday. We made port in Astoria on Tuesday, I want to say. A little town in Oregon. Like 2 hours from Portland or something. Apparently they have a Vancouver in Oregon as well. Why do ships have two balls? YouTube, yes. A Star Wars collab? I saw an ad for your game. I won't say the game, but I saw an ad for it like very recently. When I saw it, I was like, I wonder if that's the same. It has to be the same thing Volpini works on. Okay. Okay, it's a very bad video. I think I have a better one. This shows kind of... Oh, I was trying to show up all the stairs. Show off the stairs. I was gonna send it, and I decided it wasn't worth the effort. Okay, so basically, because I was on the 14th, right? The 14th floor. You know, you go in the ship on like the 5th, 6th, or 7th floor. And when I got there, right, I got there late. I think most people got there like earlier, around 10 or 11. I got there like 2, so I got there later. because I could afford to do that since I'm more local. But it was still really crowded in the main elevators, so I decided to walk up the floors, and it was very tiring. I had my backpack on and then one little travel case. So I wanted to show that, and I was going to send it to Sorel, but then I realized it wasn't worth the effort to do that, so I didn't do that. But pretty much the whole trip, I made an effort to like take the stairs whenever I was going up and down from floor to floor. I took the stairs like 99% of the time, except like the last travel day where I was so tired that I took the elevator up. Well, this is the room. Oh, that's not the room. I don't know where the room video is. I took a room video, but I don't see it here. I sent it to Sorel. Anyway, they had like these snacks in the room. I ate it. It was okay. I thought it was just kind of fancy that they had it there. And I'm not used to that, so, you know, that was a thing. This is this is just leaving the Bay Area. That's San Francisco right there. Y'all can, at least a part of San Francisco, y'all can see. That's the Golden Gate Bridge in the background over there. So we'll be heading on over yonder way. Oh, if I hover over this, it's the color scheme is all busted. Looks nicer, but I don't hover over it. But it was a pretty overcast day. It was pretty overcast like the whole trip. Oh, here's another view, San Francisco. Yeah. Yep, there's San Francisco right there. Bunch of buildings and shit, you know. As cities tend to do. You were listening about a death cult from around there today, from around San Francisco. It's just another view here as we're approaching the ship. Oh yeah, you could see the little captain. There's something going on in there, right? Some navigating of some sort going on in there. Right? Yeah, it's kind of, you know, it's cool to see the city in that way, I suppose. Was this another view? Oh, I wanted to get the seagulls, some of the seagulls, because it was like, because of the wind and stuff too. And it's like you see on planes and stuff, but you can see the birds that are like, it looks like they're floating in the air sometimes because of, you know, the wind and speed and stuff. And that's just a photo of the city over there. Over here, look at that city. Some port because the people lived in a boat. Oh, I never heard of them. Were they like they were a death cult. Oh shit, what are they called? Went to San Fran once in late high school for like a day and a half because you were mainly at Stanford. Pretty over there? You like to go as an adult? Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice city. Pretty nice. You hear a lot of stuff in the media about this city, right? But it's not as bad as, you know, people portray it. It's got its ups and downs like any city. You know. Yeah, you're in Chicago, so. Another picture. It starts clearing up a little bit here. We got some sun. Looks nice. The water looks nice. I don't know. Not a really big picture taker, but you know what I mean. The Zizians. I never heard of the Zizians. Anarchist vegan rationalists who believe the hemispheres of the brain can have conflicting interests and identities. It's interesting. I'll leave a tab open. I'll research them a little bit later. Oh, okay. So I went with my mom to eat. So I don't know if you guys have been on like cruise ships before, but they have like a lot of food offerings, but they tend to have like one more like upscale sort of restaurant. So we were able to go there like once or twice for free during the trip. So we went on the first day. I just thought it was interesting that they just had a section here for salt because like, you know, it's like somewhat fancy-ish when they have a selection of salt. I never ended up picking my salt, but they had a selection of salt. Yeah. And that was so. So this is how I see like fancier restaurants. I know a restaurant is fancier the smaller their food offerings get, like literally in size, right? Behind the Bastards episodes later. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I've only done this like a couple of times, right? Like this was an appetizer. It was something, some, you know, shrimp prawn sort of thing. There was like 3 of them in here, right? But I was like, oh, you know, it tasted like it, you know? It tasted like it, so they got that going for it, right? It was another thing. This was the main course. It was actually really tasty. This was fish, and then these are mushrooms, and then some like, you know, fried shrimp and stuff. This tasted really good. Like the mushrooms tasted really freaking good. It's all the butter. It's all the butter, 100%. That's why I realized why it tasted so good. Is everything is just slathered. This is all butter. This is cooked in butter. There's butter on it. These are cooked and sautéed in butter. Right? All the butter. That's why they're so good. That's why restaurants are so fattening and they taste so good, right? Because they cook everything in butter and whatnot. So that was cool. That's my mom. She ordered the lobster tail. I never ordered lobster tail because it's like, I feel like it's always so small. I'm more of a volume guy, right? I'm all about the volume. And the only reason I ordered this dish was because it said it was fish and it came with like some shrimp or whatever. So I was like, okay, that's 2 things at least. That's just a little lobster tail. They had asparagus, and so the mushrooms were hella good. The asparagus was good. It was lathered in butter. That's why it was good. It was really good. I took this picture because it says key lime. They have a little dessert menu. I didn't get the key lime thing. I got some chocolate mousse, but I saw this and it made me think of key lime. So I took a picture. Key lime. I know you're all about the volume. I always have to mess with my mic settings. Yeah, that's true. That is true, huh? Oh, that's the chocolate thing I got. This was actually really freaking good. It was bigger. The picture doesn't do it justice. It was actually pretty sizable. Some chocolate mousse. There's like ice cream and then like some hot chocolate syrup and some you know, I'm the chocolate guy, so that was pretty good. There's another. I took the picture after I ate the bite. I normally don't take pictures of stuff in general, especially my food. But so that's why I ate it and I was like, oh shit, I forgot to take a picture. So I took a picture out. Oh, here's a better. This is like floors 5, 6, and 7. These are like some of the main hubs for people. I never hang around there. It seems to be mostly just older people hang. Like they have events and stuff there. It's the older crews, like the older clientele. I never, yeah. But I thought it looked kind of interesting. Right, looked kind of like a hotel, right? All the flashy lights and stuff. So, yeah, they had like, you know, they have a bunch of events there, trivia and stuff. It's not my thing. I got my setup to work. I brought my mom's laptop and then I brought my mouse and my mouse pad. And it actually worked. I used Vector and it worked. I connected and everything. It was just very choppy. So this was the first and only time I attempted to remote into my computer. And it worked. It did work. And I logged in. And Sorrel was there when I logged in. And yeah. But then I left. Because it was way too laggy. Okay, that's the boat. This was just the sign. I was on, don't get it confused, this says port, but what they meant to say was larboard. I was on the larboard side. So, the 14th, right? Oh, these are muster stations. If anything was to go down, you're supposed to report to these muster stations to escape the boat and all that. Here's a picture of the sea. Because I was on the larboard side heading northwards, all there was open sea to from what I can see. On the way back, you can see the coast. But yeah, it was overcast pretty much the whole way. The grand, majestic Pacific Ocean. There it is. It's wavy. Waves and shit. Clouds above. And stuff. Very majestic, very scary at the same time sometimes, right? Okay, this isn't the same upscale restaurant, but it's a little bit more, it's you know, this was like another sit down restaurant. I took this picture because I thought it was funny because I ordered the colossal fries. It looks kind of colossal in the picture, but it wasn't very colossal, right? And I just wanted to send this to one of my friends because I was like, I ordered the colossal fries, but they weren't colossal. Perfect example. The sauce was pretty good though. This sauce was good. You want to know why? Because it was like butter. It was just like butter. So, another picture cleared up a little bit at some point in time. Looked very nice, very blue, right? Looked very cool. I think that day I went to go explore some of the ship, right? Oh yeah, I did. So at one of the top levels, they had this like theater sort of thing where they, play movies constantly or stuff. I think that's Adele or something. I don't know. In pools and stuff. Hardly anyone used it because it was like so windy and cold throughout the whole week. But it's a good idea in theory. I imagine on a sunny day, this would be a nice spot to hang out. They played like Top Gun at one point and some other movies and stuff. Yeah, I didn't go swimming or anything throughout the whole trip. I wanted to, but then it was too cold, so I didn't go. It's too cold and windy. Plus, these pools were kind of small, and I don't like people, so I didn't go. But this was on the back of the ship. At the very back here, there's another little pool. Just wanted to see what it looked like. Overcast and stuff, Imagine on a sunny day, this would be kind of nice. At the very top, they had a little basketball thing. So it's just this like little basketball court. It's very small inside this net, so the balls don't go flying off and everything. So I decided I wanted to go check that out. And they also had this little mini putting green thing up here too. Why is my thing doing that thing? Why does it always do that? You guys see that? Why is it doing that? Why? Do I need to update something here? Is something effed up with the chat? I don't know what's happening. You'd be laying on one of those lawn chairs? I didn't do any laying on the lawn chairs. It was too windy. And all that. Here's how windy it was. I don't know if you can really tell. You could probably hear it. Right? Like, it was windy as hell. I could only shoot from the right side of the hoop. If I shot from the left side of the hoop, the wind would take it and pull it back to me. So I stayed up there a little bit to do that. Another photo, beautiful. Look very nice, right? What a beautiful little sight. Yeah, little sun, little sea, little sun on the sea, clouds and stuff. Very cool. Where was this from? Oh, I went to the buffet. Yeah. So the buffet was my preference, right? They have a buffet that everyone could go to, and I like it a lot because I go in and I get my food, and I can go and I don't have to sit at the restaurant thing for an hour or 2 hours in one case. In and out, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, right? Got some salad and some fish. I ate a lot of fish. There's some rice and some like curry thing. I think that was plate number 1 as a zoomed in picture. Yeah, okay. That was dinner. Because we hate people. Oh, well, it's not the people, it's the wait. It took so long at some of those restaurants, but my mom likes them because she thinks the food is better, but the food was like good. This food was good. I don't know what she's talking about. Look, I'm a simple guy. I air fry all my stuff. Right? I air fry everything. I think here is when we made port in Astoria, Oregon. So this is Astoria, right? Here's, we zoom out here, right? We went all the way from here, from the bay. We sailed all the way up, and we're like over here now, right? And from where we reported in Astoria, there's like this bridge that connects to Seattle. So this is technically, over here, it's technically Seattle. So that's kind of cool, right? Overcast day, very cool. A view from inside the ship, that's why, but yeah, I think over there is Seattle, perhaps. That's why I took the picture. That could be Seattle over there. I got breakfast at the buffet. Yo, I loaded up on breakfast. We got some scrambled eggs, some bean things, some sausage, some smoked salmon, some bacon, some other eggs, some waffles with syrup. I think there's a pancake under there, a little hash brown thing. Oh, there's the pancake over there. Boom. Breakfast. Easy. In and out. Stuffed myself. Pretty good. Oh, so we're getting artistic with the photos now. Look at that. Look at that. Look how artistic that looks. So artistic, right? So beautiful, right? Oh, another photo. We had to get another angle. All right, there's the photo. I guess I took another one. I guess I must have really liked that dish. There's the thing again. The bridge to Seattle. Okay. And I was just showing a friend where I was there. Okay, so, oh, and here's what it looked like in Astoria, Oregon, at the port here. Right? Very cloudy day. Yeah, I guess I was into that breakfast. Okay, well, I'm not a picture taker, so what I do is I take a shit ton. So I figure if I take a shit ton, one of them will look good. Presentable, right? So this was my plan. I wasn't sure what I wanted to get up to. I did some research on Astoria before we got there. I wanted to go to this thing that they called the Column. So it's like a little monument that they have, and I just saw it online, and, you know, a place that people go. So I decided I would walk there. It was an hour and 10-minute walk to get there, and then it would be an hour 10-minute walk back. So that was my journey. So the ship, we're supposed to come back to the ship by like 3:30ish. And I think normally they would allow us to disembark from the ship like in the AMs, anywhere from like 6 a.m. onwards. But because of some of the tides or something, we couldn't really port and disembark until like 12 noon. So I was on a tight timetable. I had 3 hours or so to spend here, and then it was an hour and 10 one way and an hour and 10 back. So didn't leave me much time. But that was my mission. That was my journey. Yeah, I walked that long. I figured I'd get a lot of walking into because I was going to be eating a lot of food, right? I figured that'd be good. Okay, so I didn't take any pictures until I got a little bit closer towards the Column area here. But it was pretty nice. I mean, it's a nice little town, city. But from here and then up to the Column, it was all uphill. So this part was a bitch. This part was hella freaking tiring. So tiring. But along the way, somewhere around here, I met a nice like Oregonian man. I was just walking by his house and he said hello and I said hi and I asked him about the Column and he pointed me in the direction. So that was cool. He was a cool guy. Yeah, so as we got closer to the green here, that's when I saw these deer. I took a picture of the deer, and it's not my first time seeing deer that up close. The closest I've ever been to a deer was probably from the driver's seat to the front of the car hood. So I don't know, 5 feet or something, where I almost hit a deer one late night. My car spun out, but I didn't hit the deer, but my car spun out from one end of the freeway to the other. That was a fun time. Anyway, that's as close as I've gotten to a deer. And there's the Column. And after all that walk, there was this other big ass hill that I had to get up there. This road wraps all the way around. It would have taken a million years to get there. But that's the Column. And I made it to my destination. There's the Column again. Now, this Column is just kind of like a monument to like the settlers, the pioneers who kind of came out here, you know? Look at all these people who drove up here, and there's like tour buses. I walked all the way. Yeah. There's the view from at the top of the hill, right? Right, there's Seattle or Washington over there, and then there's that bridge. Our ship is like behind the bridge, 5-10 minutes behind that bridge. So I walked all the way from back there, all the way up here. Right? Yeah. Did you take the stairs up? Yeah, I did take the stairs. There's a little bit of stairs at the end here, if that's what you mean. I took the hill, but yes. And they had some like little map of this area, which was cool, I suppose. There's a Column again. Ode to the settlers, pioneers, the people who founded this area. Took a little video from, well, you know, this is more inland, but it, you know, it looked nice. Overcast day, but it looked nice. Oh, did I go up the Column? No. For what I don't know if you can actually go up there. I didn't even check. I didn't see anyone go in and out, so I didn't even assume that I can go up. But yeah, it looked nice. A nice little view from up there. They had a little gift shop. So apparently for The Goonies takes place in Astoria, Oregon. I don't know if I've actually ever watched The Goonies in full. It's on my list of things to watch. The Goonies, they're from Astoria. So they had all this like Goonies merch or something. I'll build you a stupid Column in Valheim. Yeah. You would have found the house. You see, I didn't know anything about the Goonies though, so Yeah, the Goonies, Astoria, Oregon. Astoria, Oregon, filming location at the Goonies. Yeah. Can we visit the house? The house is a private home. Tours inside are not offered. Only visitation is outside from the driveway. Yeah, I didn't know where the house was. Oh yeah, the Goonies. So near the column. So if we go to Astoria here, and then we're zooming in all the way to Astoria here, and then the column is. Oh, here's the column. So the column is right here. Right, this is the windy road I went to get to the column. There was this other thing that I saw on the map called Pioneer Cemetery, and it said like monument or something. So I figured on my way back I would go take a trip. That's what it looked like, and I didn't want to be too intrusive. One, because I wanted to be respectful, but two, I didn't want any like pioneer ghosts haunting me. But yeah, look at that. F. Farrell, born May 29th, 1820, died January 1st, 1879. That was a long-ass time ago. 150 years ago. Or so, right? I thought that was kind of interesting, right? Right? Who's this person? Mary Louise, wife of something Johnson, born in 18-something, right? This guy... born November 26, 1851. Died January 24th, 1880. Right? Cemeteries are one of your favorite places to visit. See, I didn't want to incur the wrath of pioneer spirits, so... I didn't want to get, I just took a couple of photos and I dipped out. Okay, 13 Ghosts. Y'all ever see the movie 13 Ghosts? Wasn't there like a pioneer ghost or something? Yeah, wasn't this like the pioneer or some shit? I brought up 13 Ghosts today because Alk was playing something called Blue Castle. Blue House? And then it sounded like 13 Ghosts without the ghosts. Anyway, this is one of my old favorite horror movies from when I was a kid. Yeah, the headstones are fancy. These headstones, yeah, they look old, right? You go to cemeteries because you're freaks. I've never visited like a cemetery where someone I knew wasn't buried there. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Oh, Blueprints. Yes, Blueprints. That's what it was. It sounded like a similar premise to 13 Ghosts, somewhat. And then on my walk back, I took kind of a slightly different route, but pretty much very similar. But apparently, like this district here is on the National Register. This was Astoria's first neighborhood, platted in 1846 by pioneers. I took a walk down this way to see the WhatsApp, this little thing right here, right? A lot of like all these houses around this area had plaques on them that said like National Monument or something, historic monument, National Register type stuff, right? There's another thing, Fort of Astoria. I don't know, have this little backdrop or something. Took a photo of that. Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing. And then on my way back, so on my way up to the thing, I didn't walk along the water. I kind of cut through the city up to the column, but on my way back, I decided I'd walk all the way down to the water so I can see the water. And I took a picture of the water. I wanted to see the water on their little piers, and there's the water. And they had this little trolley, train track, a little trolley track running along the water, which I thought was kind of cool. Right? It was kind of cool. Right? Going all sorts of directions and stuff, right? Huh? He's gonna be buried in the monument you were looking at one day? Oh my gosh. Damn. Green River soda. Yeah, trolley arc. I had a little bit of time on my way back, so I found this little like bar that I figured I'd stop in and see this, whatever this is called here. I was talking to like the bartender. There's another patron in there. They're both like, where is everyone from the cruise? And I was like, oh, well, I think it's a lot of older people, so I wouldn't expect many people to come in here. But apparently they distilled their own vodka and gin here, so I had some vodka drink. It was kind of cool. There's the boat, and there's that bridge I was showing you, and then the boat over there. So, yep, there it is. It was the first beach that I saw. This little ass beach of some sort, little sand. Yep, it was interesting. They had some maritime memorial here too, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's not like military per se, I wouldn't say. It's zoom in, right? Captain Roy, Cunanan Mariner, Maritime Public Health, Canary Worker Educator, Tugboat Captain, all that stuff, right? So, yeah, it's all about the sea here, the ocean. You would have come home with the bottle. Yeah, Graceland Cemetery. Grace Cemetery? Oh, it's a Chicago-y cemetery. Oh yeah, that looks fancy schmancy, especially with the fall trees there. But yeah, little maritime memorial, Holiday Inn. Look at that. Oh, there's the trolley. The trolley went by eventually. There's the trolley. I didn't use the trolley, but there it is. And here's a little dock. And yeah, that was Astoria, Oregon, little monument and all that. And then I think this was either lunch or dinner, buffet style. I'm telling you, they had some good shit there. They had some good stuff at the buffet. It was pretty good. I had ate a lot. That was oh yeah, I had 2 plates that day for dinner. Look at that, boom and boom. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. I think I sent these pictures to Sorrel. But it was delicious. It was good. It was filling, right? That's why, like I said, I tried to be cognizant of how much I was eating somewhat, but I ate a lot. Tried to eat vegetables. I like my vegetables. That's why I was surprised I didn't come back home weighing more than I thought I was gonna weigh. I did walk a lot, yes. That was Tuesday, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday were all walking days. Yeah, I was just trying to find my way around the ship here. Oh, okay. So that was Tuesday. And then from there, from Astoria, Oregon, our next stop was Seattle, Washington, which is all the way up here. So we go from here, Astoria, Oregon, and then on Tuesday we leave, and on Wednesday morning we arrive here in Seattle. By the way, I looked it up. Apparently cruise ships travel around, I don't know, anywhere from like 15 to 25 miles per hour depending, so not super fast, right? I forget what it is in knots. But yeah, from here to Seattle. So there was one thing that before I even left for this trip, there was just one thought in my mind, and I said it would be cool if I saw, like, could sample some of the local sports in one of these places. And it just so happened that when I was like looking up Seattle stuff, I figured I checked to see if there was a Mariners game. I don't know if you guys know the Mariners, Seattle Mariners baseball team here. Right, here's the Seattle Mariners. And lo and behold, that Wednesday they had a day game at 1 p.m. or so. So I bought $10 tickets. And it's like, I'm gonna go watch a baseball game. I haven't, seen my Giants. I used to go live, watch live quite a bit when I was younger. I don't really do it that much these days because it's kind of a hassle. But I figured when in Seattle, go to a Seattle Mariners game. Which was nice. It was nice. So this would be my walk. We're at Pier 66, Seattle. It'd be a 41-minute mark down to walk 41-minute walk down to T-Mobile Park. Pike Place Market would be along the way, so that was kind of cool. So you could, you know, check out a couple of these things. The Space Needle was up here. More on the Space Needle later. But that was my goal. That was my main goal of the day. T-Mobile Park, Mariners game. But I go to Pike Place Market first just to check it out because my family went over there. That was their highlight. They wanted to go over there and go eat some Thai food somewhere around here. But this is from the ship, and this is Seattle, and it was, again, very overcast and whatnot, but it would kind of brighten up a little bit later, which is kind of nice. But yeah, a little busy little port and whatnot. Right? Look at that. Took a little video, I suppose. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little video. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, very cool, very cool, very cool. Oh yeah, over there, you can see, it looks closer in video. It was a 40-minute walk away. Those are the stadiums. That's the one I'd be going to, T-Mobile Park. The other one is Lumen Field. That's where the Seattle Seahawks, the football team, plays at. But yeah, that's where I'd be walking. I can see the stadium from there, which is very cool. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. My goal. They have a little Ferris wheel over there and all that.
That's my destination, I think. Those stadiums.
Yeah, I sent that to my friend. I got breakfast first. It was here when I realized I think I'm more of a waffle guy these days. I do like pancakes. I think I've definitely eaten more pancakes than waffles throughout my life, but I was just more in a waffle mood on the ship. I think I wanted a little bit more crunch. You know, so that was breakfast, some sausage, the same stuff. Same stuff. Got some waffles. No pancakes, just waffles. Look at that. Boom. That's Seattle. There's Seattle. Look at that. Very, very, very pretty. There's a Ferris wheel. And all these trips, I mostly walked along the water, right? Because it was easiest for me. And then the marketplace would be over here on the left somewhere, right? Look at that. Very cool. Very cool. Another camera view. Oh, here's I got some photos of the marketplace. I didn't stay super long because I wasn't really going to buy anything and it was hella people. So here's like this little walkway that a lot of people hang, you know, a lot of shops and stuff here. But where I'm standing is also a bunch of shops and stuff. I have no idea how people drive around here. This seems like a pain in the ass. Apparently this is like where the first Starbucks started. The Starbucks right here. So there was a long ass line to get into Starbucks. I'm not a Starbucks consumer at all. So well, there it is. I saw people walking out with like Starbucks swag. Like they weren't just getting drinks and stuff. They had like what looked to be Starbucks memorabilia of some sort. So yeah. There's a little farmer's market over here. Super crowded. Also, I'm not sick. I didn't get sick or anything, which I'm happy about. Strong immune system, right? But yeah, super crowded around here. This was inside. This is inside this. Okay, this little walkway right here. I snapped a photo looking inside. Some flowers and stuff. This lady, this dude with the mustache, baby and kid, right? All part of the attraction of the Pike Place Market. But it was very, very nice. It looks very, very busy. All sorts of different shops, from you know, food to fresh seafood to flowers and snacks and stuff. The basement of Pike Place is pretty large. Crazy. I don't think I went into the basement. I climbed up all the stairs because that's where my family was. Oh yeah, I didn't go like underground. I didn't do the underground tour, by the way. As you can tell. I found this little wall, bunch of graffiti and stuff, which was, I thought was kind of cool. This guy's bald. Adopt, don't shop. Little eye and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Just look kind of cool. Oh, was there a sign there? I was also kind of in a rush because I couldn't stay here too long. I had to get to the Mariners game. Oh, and I feel like I've seen this online at some point in my life. There was like a gum wall of some sort there, where I guess people leave their gum. I don't know if you're free to leave your gum or if it's off limits for gum now, but I definitely seen this like online before. I don't quite remember where or when. But was that not like a thing? Let's see, gum wall. What is that? Yeah, the gum wall at Unexpected Productions. It's just an art thing, but I've definitely seen pictures of this online before. So I wasn't expecting to come across this, and I was kind of like, oh yeah, this looks familiar. So leaving oh, we're up in Seattle now. So leaving the port and walking down to the park, I decided not to walk along the water, and I would walk along, you know, kind of like the inner part of Seattle, downtown Seattle-ish, I suppose. It was very nice. It looked very nice. It looked, yeah. It was kind of reminded me of SF a little bit. Felt a little cleaner. Wasn't super busy around these parts. But yeah, it looked nice. A nice little city, you know? Trees and shit and buildings and people. Everything you need for a city. And cars and shit, right? Look at that. This part was very cool, right? It was very, it had a little cozy vibe to it. This little street, I suppose. And then here, I finally made it to, this is Lumen Field. This is the football stadium. The baseball park is a little behind it, but that's where the Seahawks play. This little alleyway walking towards the stadium here. There's a bunch of shops or vendors selling food on the side here. I got a Seattle dog. I think it had like cream cheese on it. And then I put like jalapenos and peppers and stuff on it. It was good, you know, pretty good. Figured I'd eat more outside than inside, but I did end up eating inside because I figured I'd sample it. But yeah, there's Lumen Field. There's some Seahawks people. 49er rivals, same division, right? And then there's the ballpark here, T-Mobile Park. I walked around to enter the other side. My seats were on the first base side, right field side, in the nosebleeds. But I figured it was a day game, and it's the Mariners, so it probably wouldn't be crowded. So I could buy the cheapest tickets up top, chill there for a little bit, and walk around the park and get better ankles, which I ended up doing. But this is the view from my seat. And you can see downtown. So I looked it up. I was like looking up on Reddit, like recommended seats, and people recommended these seats up here because you could see the city in the background, which was pretty cool. And there's Lumen Field again. They were playing the Angels, which means Mike Trout was playing, and he only played for a little bit. Then he got hurt, so that kind of sucked. I never seen Mike Trout in person, and the one time I get to see him in person, there he is. He's standing over there, Mike Trout. Right, he got hurt in like the third inning or something. But yeah, a couple different angles from up there. Just sending off to one of my baseball friends. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. I got this food. I wanted to try their garlic fries, and it came with chicken tenders. Very expensive, by the way. But I figured I'd try it to compare. Garlic fries, not as good as SF's garlic fries. I'll tell you that much. Chicken tenders, I don't think as good either. I don't think, yeah, it wasn't that good. Not worth the money. And I walked around behind the stadium, some more views of the city, some freeway action, some railroad action over here. Very green up here. Don't know what's going on, but it looked very nice, very cool. Right? Just a different angle. There's more downtown Seattle over there. But it looked very nice. And then, so my original seats were like up here. Ended up walking around, and now I'm over here in right field. Got a pretty good angle over here. See the action. It looks a lot farther away in picture, but it was pretty close. But yeah, some major leaguers, right? Got a little video of some sort. I don't know if anything happened here. I don't think anything happened here. Maybe something happened here. Oh, what was pretty cool about this game, and this guy up here, I believe that's the guy, the ninth hitter. I think he was playing right field for the Seattle Mariners. I think this was his second game played ever, just based off the stats that I saw on the scoreboard. It said one game played. He had no hits, so I was hoping to see him get his first major league hit, which he ended up doing this game. I didn't catch it on video or anything, but probably a cool moment for that guy, right? Maybe, was this it? Was that the batter? I don't think that was him. Oh. Mariners just scored there. So I feel like historically when I've gone to live games, Giants games, I feel like historically they've lost more than they've won when I've been there. But here, this was about the 6th or 7th inning. Seattle had, it's a pretty low scoring game up until then, but they had like a 7-run inning here. And I was like, you know, maybe it was the Kev effect. Maybe it's because I was there. They were able to put up the 7-run inning or so. Yeah, they had a huge rally. They batted through the lineup like at least once. Another view. And then I made my way over to left field. Another view here. Seattle is playing defense. They're on the field. Very cool. Another view from the left field, or, you know, third baseline here. A little bit lower, but, you know, getting towards some of the more expensive seats. But, you know, I just kind of sneak my way and stand around there and, you know, a nice little perspective. And then I make my way around, getting closer to home plate. Cool little view from here. And then I think this was... Oh, that wasn't it. This was... Oh, that wasn't it? Oh, I think that maybe was the end of the game. That might have been their last out. Maybe not. They weren't celebrating. I thought I captured the last out. I guess I didn't. And this was just on the walk back. On the walk back, I figured I'd hug the water this time, right? Hug the water. And it was here when I was deciding. I was very tired. My feet were tired, especially from the day before. I was like, okay, there's a couple things I could do. Do I make an effort to hit up the Space Needle, which is like, I don't know, somewhere around here? So I'd have to walk back to the ship and then walk up a little bit to get there. I figured I'd take a walk along the water, see what was going on around the water here, just taking some photos, walking with Seattle fans. Cool, right? Not too bad. And then I stopped by this little pier, take more pictures of the water, because when by the water, take photos and videos of the water, I suppose, right? Look at that, very cool. Very cool, very grainy video. You know, uploading it to Drive. Looks better on my phone. And I decided to go to the aquarium instead, because there was an aquarium along the way. The Seattle Aquarium. I said, F the Space Needle, I'll go to the aquarium instead. So I went to the aquarium to see what the Seattle Aquarium had to offer. I've been to some aquariums as a kid. I remember taking field trips at, like, you know, local aquariums, and they were always pretty cool. And yeah, so we have a bunch of fish. Oh? That's a good aquarium. It was okay. It was okay. It was okay. Did I take some videos of stuff? What is this? Oh yeah, there's some fish and some tide pool thing that they had going on over there. What is this? Oh, yep. That was a oopsie. There was another fish, right? Sorrel. I don't know. Sorrel knows all these fish, maybe. Jellyfish. They had some jellyfish. That was kind of cool, right? Little jellyfish action. Look at all that. Wow, jellyfish. This was an octopus. Can you spot the octopus? It was kind of hidden in the corner of the tank here. The glare doesn't help, but here's the big old... This is a big octopus right here. Big old dude. Hanging around over there. Huh? Friend? Yeah. Friend. And then they had an outdoor kind of exhibit where they had birds. I forget the name of this bird, but there's a little bird chilling around here. I thought it was pretty cool. Some more birds, like a puffin kind of bird, some sort. Right? Birds. Birds doing bird things. Right? I think I got a video of one of the birds. Yeah, the little bird doing little cleaning and stuff, right? A little swim and then little poop, right? Like that. Cool little bird. Right? Oh, there's a bird right here. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a little bird right over there in the back, just chilling in the sun, enjoying the sun life and all that. Some more fish. I think these were like baby salmon or something. I forget what it was. There's a lot of little fish here. Just trying to send videos to Sorrel about fish. Little starfish. Some more fish, right? As you do in an aquarium. Oh, there's this guy. This is probably my favorite fish. was just kind of looking at me. My best photo of the day, I think. Little fish right there. Look at that. Yeah, cool little exhibits and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, looks cool. Big old fish up there, right? Big old boy. I think I got a video of the big old... Yeah, that's a big old boy right there. That's a big boy. It's a big, big boy. Very big, big boy. Yeah. Oh, and then they had like sea lions and stuff. Look at these guys. They're just kind of chilling. They're just vibing out. They're relaxing. Soaking up some sun. That's Casey and Hogan. I think this one's Casey. Or Hogan. That one's Hogan, and that one's Casey, apparently. And then rest in peace to Barney. Yeah. Rest in peace to Barney. Died in 2025. Oldest known harbor seals in human care. The oldest. Rest in peace, Barney. And they had more otters. They had otters too. I think this is an otter. Or sea lion. One of the otter, perhaps. It's kind of big though. Maybe that was a sea lion. They had different kinds of sea lions, but they also had otters. There's another sea lion. There's more fish. Some more fish. There's another fish. I wanted to get a picture of his face, but you can see the glare. There was the stick thing here. I don't know. I thought that was a stick. It's kind of cool. Can we be friends? The clownfish? Finding Nemo? Anyone? Is this the same? Oh yeah, I think this is, yeah. It's the same aquarium. Yeah, cool little exhibits. One of these cool looking fish. This was pretty cool. Look at that. Big boy right here. He had a little face right here. Look at that little mouth, right? Look at that guy. Looking at you. So pretty. Oh yeah, there he is. Look at that. Look at that face. Yeah, it looked cool. This was a cool little exhibit and stuff here. I took a lot of aquarium photos. Couldn't tell, right? A lot of cool little exhibits. They had a jelly nursery, little jellyfish nursery of some sort, right? Nursing jellyfish, little baby jellyfish, or maybe adult small jellyfish of some sort, right? I don't know what that is. Oh, that was some device. They had some like exhibits where they had like little devices, and you can learn about what they do, how they use them to help, or in their work and stuff. This was some sort of tracker, I think. But yeah, and then I went outside, and this was from the outside of the aquarium, and I found a little pier where I was just chilling at, and view of the city, and yeah, then I was back on the boat. Sunset. Look at that. A nice, pretty little sunset. Look very, very pretty, right? Then I got dinner, right? Look at that. More fish, some rice, a bunch of those like little cheese balls, some more fish and vegetables, grilled vegetables, and it was good. It was a good little buffet. I think that was plate number 1. This is plate number 2. With some chicken, more fish and vegetables, and more of those cheese ball things. And then it was the next day. I think the next day is Vancouver. So that was Wednesday in Seattle, and then Thursday in Vancouver. So we go from Seattle here, boom, Seattle, into port in Seattle, and then up here, not too far away, is Vancouver, boom, boom. Yeah, it's very close. I didn't realize it was that close. But yeah. So that was Vancouver breakfast. More sausage, more waffle, same thing. Smoked salmon, some stuff. This was like a little grain salad thing. Got some fruit, a little drink. It's good. And I will say Vancouver, it will look so beautiful. It looks so nice. Vancouver looks so nice. And it was the busiest city by far. And again, I was only by the water in all these cities, but it was very busy by the water. A lot of people like out getting lunch and stuff. But yeah, Canada Place. And that. Vancouver. Yeah, very nice. It was clear today too, which was nice. No rain or anything. Clear. The sunniest trip. Sunniest stop. Well, clean. Seattle was clean, and Vancouver was very clean too. They talk about how much they look forward to being the 51st state. No, I didn't talk to anyone about that. It was probably, maybe it was on some people's minds, you know? Yeah, this is just, again, areas by the water. It had this little sculpture thing. Some mountains in the background, right? But yeah. And then by the water, they had this like little chevron thing in the middle of the water. Not sure if it's actually functional for something, but I thought that was kind of interesting. And yeah, just keep walking by the water. Now, one interesting thing about this part of Canada, at least where I was you know, they had these pedestrian lanes on the right side here, and then they have lanes for the pedestrians if you're walking that way or walking this way. And then they also have these bike lanes here, again, if you're biking that way or you're biking coming in, right? All along the water. Bike lanes and pedestrian lanes, which that was kind of cool. There's the chevron thing, there's the water. I guess that's like North Vancouver on the map. What they call it. They had little seaplanes here. Oh, so my goal for Vancouver was to, I don't know exactly where we do it. Okay, so here in Vancouver, we docked around this area, around here. So my goal was to walk all along here up to Stanley Park. I read, you know, people, you know, they have a Stanley Park. I figured I'd go visit the park. Be kind of cool. It was like a 40-minute to an hour walk. So a lot of walking again. So that was my destination. That's why I was just walking along the water there. Lots of boats and stuff. Cool little city. Very nice. Very clean. Very pretty. Walking along the water's edge here, right? They had some like cherry blossom trees planted in this one spot. Just got a picture here, but then I left because there was like this homeless dude who looked like he wanted to come talk to me, so I just kind of casually left. Yeah, little park. This is like, I think dogs can be unleashed here in this section. But yeah, Vancouver looked very freaking nice. It looked very nice, I will say. And just more boats and stuff. But it looked very pretty. Very pretty. This is the entrance to the park here. But then I took a picture of the city from the park entrance in the back, like lots of trees and stuff, right? Very nice. And then the park was actually very gorgeous. They had this little statue here. This is Stanley. That's why it's called Stanley Park. To the use and enjoyment of people of all colors, creeds, and customs for all time, I named thee Stanley Park. I suppose the guy's name was Stanley. I'm not quite sure, but maybe. I will assume, perhaps, yes. Yeah, it was nice that it wasn't like overcast or rainy this day, because I think there was rain like the next day here, according to my weather app. And the week before, when I checked the weather, it said it was going to rain, but you know how it goes. But yeah, it was very nice, very luscious, very green. Now, when I entered the park, my main concern was finding a bathroom. I really had to go pee. So that was on my mind. I was trying to find a bathroom to go pee while I was walking through the park and taking pictures. But yeah, it looked very nice. A lot of cool walkways and stuff. Just good. It was good to get some sun, get some fresh air. My chat's doing the thing again, doing the weird thing. But very pretty. Very pretty. I saw some like Canadian geese just like chilling around there, right? You know, just took a photo of them doing their thing. They're chilling. Yeah, cool little parts around here, right? It looks very nice. Little, you know. What can I say? What can I say, huh? And this little flower garden sort of thing. So I wasn't necessarily planning it for it to happen. But the park was my goal. But there also happened to be a certain venue that they had at the park. That was kind of just on my list of things to potentially do. It just happened to be there, right? I wasn't expecting it to be at the park, but it was at the park. Coupled with the fact that I had to use the bathroom. So what did I do at Stanley Park in Vancouver? I went to the aquarium. I went to the aquarium again. Here's the aquarium. The Vancouver Aquarium. But I will say off rip, the Vancouver Aquarium 10 times better than the Seattle Aquarium. Well worth the money. But that's what the aquarium looks like. And here's a little statue that they had outside of the aquarium. Seattle didn't have a statue outside of their aquarium, but look at this statue. This is grand. This kind of reminds me of some of the local, like a local aquarium. And yeah, I went into the aquarium. They had this little thing over there, right? This little flounder of some sort, right? Looked very cool, right? Some fish, right? Lots of fish, right? They had really cool fish, and they had bigger fish too. Yeah, stingray buddy, yeah. But they had bigger fish, which I will show you in a hot second. But this is a cool little thing going on here. Here's a rockfish of some sort. Can you spot the rockfish? Do you see where the rockfish is? I'll even zoom in a little bit. You got to pet the sturgeons? Aren't sturgeons freaking massive, by the way? There's a little krill of some sort. Look at that little guy. Looks delicious. Oh, this was some sort of like snake eel thing? It's right here, this thing. This big old thing. It's like around here too. It was like a big old... Yeah, look at that. But if you think this eel is cool, wait till I show you. I don't know what this photo is. There's nothing there. Okay, wait, this might be out of order. There's some sea lions and stuff. I feel like I didn't... Okay, maybe it'll come up later. They had a big-ass electric eel in this, like, circular tank. A big-ass freaking electric eel that was just swimming around in circles. And that thing, I was like, what? I just imagined, what if I went into that tank? Would I die? I don't know. But they have sea lions and stuff here. Look at that. Some more sea lions and stuff. They also had this wild survivors. They had this like 4D BBC Earth 10 to 15 minute, David Attenborough style sort of thing. And I was like, oh, 4D. Wonder what that's like. It wasn't okay. So first of all, the 3D didn't work. Normally they were supposed to have like 3D, but the projector was broken. Like, they're supposed to have the glasses and stuff. But that didn't work, so it was 2D. But then I guess the 4D part comes in. When the thing played, the first thing that happened was this big, loud-ass gust of air came from behind me. I was sitting like towards the back in the middle. It just went psh, and I guess I was like, oh, I guess that's supposed to be the 4D. And then the chair would shake every now and then. That was the loud-ass hiss of air is constantly psh, psh, psh. Like right behind me. It was so loud. It was kind of funny though. They had this, I didn't get a video of it clearly. I forget the name. I tried to look it up, but they had this one section about this like frog that lives up in the mountains because it's very humid up there, so they can stay nice and moist. But this frog's defense mechanism, if like a predator were to go, they showed this tarantula trying to get all up on that frog. The frog's defense mechanism is to do this, go completely still, and roll down the freaking hill. The mountain, not a hill, a mountain. It just rolls down the mountain. They were playing this like epic ass music as the frog was like tumbling down the mountain. I thought that was pretty funny. I was trying to find the name of the frog. I don't remember the name of the frog, but yeah, that was pretty funny. More fish. This might be kind of out of order because this wasn't the order of what I saw things here, but there's some more fish. There was frogs and shit here. Look at that. Some frogs. I don't know if Noel's still here, but they had an amphibian. Was it a pebble toad? Oh, it might have been a pebble toad. It could have been a pebble toad. Oh, wait, yeah, it was this. I think this is the exact...
On a mountain plateau, pebble toad is only a few centimeters long.
I think this is exactly what I watched.
Arch enemy.
Wait, yeah, they had this epic... This is what I saw. This is what I saw, right? They had this epic ass music playing. Listen to that. It's pebble toad. And then the tarantula. And then like my seat was like shaking and all that, and then he's just
held back by its shortcomings. This tiny toad tenses its muscles and turns itself into a rubber ball.
Like my seat was shaking and air pss, 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 and everything, and this thing was just like rolling down the hill. It was really funny. Just look at it. You're playing like freaking
Being
violin.
so small and weighing so little means bouncing doesn't hurt at all.
Defense mechanism, baby. Look at that. Anyway,
Not being able to hop
the
does
fact that they had this here was pretty cool too. But yeah, they had this whole like amphibian section, frogs, toads, and all that stuff. Look at that. I thought of Noelle when I was here in this section. There's some more. Yeah, these were some big boys. I couldn't find the frogs / toads in all the exhibits. They were like hidden in some of them. I couldn't see them at all. Yeah, there's some red boys over here. Look at that. Red boys doing red boy things. These guys over here doing some things. Look at that. There's a little red boy in here. It's kind of hard to see. There's a little red boy in there. They had this little turtle guy here too. Look at that. Little turtle guy. Little lizard. Some sort. Lizard boys. Look at that, just chilling. Snaky boy. Right, little snaky boy. You love them? Yeah. Snakies. Well, this guy was cool. Very majestic looking, right? Very majestic. With some more fish. This is definitely out of order. Oh, okay. Hopefully we're getting to the part that I wanted to show, because I did this before. But they also had sea lions and sea otters and stuff here too. So this guy was swimming around. Oh yeah. Okay. I gotta go find the videos. This was their merch shop. I thought they had some funny little looking things around here. Look at those guys. Pretty funny. Okay, we're missing some things here. I don't know if I refresh, if maybe they've processed now. We are missing some pivotal things here that I showed Sorel. Okay, these didn't upload, but they had, oh man. Can I send one of these, at least one of these? Can I send one of these on over? Come on. Why can I not? Yeah, a lot of these videos didn't go through for some reason. Let's see if I can. I can upload these. Oh yeah, a lot of these did not go through at all. There's actually a lot missing here. Where did they go? You see pizza? Yeah. I did get pizza one day. Hold on. Let's see if it went in. That's unfortunate. Okay, I'll have to show you guys this later once I get these uploaded, I suppose. If I can. I'm not seeing them here. Why didn't these ones go through? Why did they not go through? Anyway, they had some live feeding. They had big ass sea lions. And they did a live show with the sea lions. Feeding time, which apparently they also do with the otters and one other animal that they had there too. I have video of it. It just didn't upload to the drive. I'm kind of sad about it. I thought it would be here, but it's not here. Okay, we'll see if these ones go through and come back to those. But yeah, I thought these were funny little. My streamer bot just broke, so one time I had to read the YouTube chat from there. You're part of a dolphin show at your local zoo. You feel they had dolphins. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. Yeah, look at that. They had Harry Otter there, and then the Otters Strike Back, and Sea Avengers, and joined the shark side, and then they had some frog plushies. Which, but yeah, we'll see if these ones go through. Oh. But yeah, then I just took some photos on my way back. Hugging the water this time. I just wanted to get a clear picture. This is the bike lane. And then this the pedestrian walkway here, which I thought was pretty interesting. And then that was my mom brought some stuff from, she went to one of the other restaurants on the ship. She brought me back some food, got some pasta and some like chicken and fish or something. It's pretty good. I like the pasta. I don't eat pasta a lot, so every time I eat it, it's pretty good. I always like it with like the white sauce. And then we went to another dinner thing, our last one of the trip. And I got the steak this time, which was, you know, tasted like steak. It's pretty good. This one took 2 hours though. This whole dinner, sit down dinner, it was with family, but 2 hours, man. Oh, it took so long. It took so long. And then, you know, my aunts and uncles are talking to each other in Thai, and I'm just like sitting there and I'm just like, yeah, that's a long ass time, which is why I prefer the buffets and stuff. But the one thing I didn't, the things that I didn't try on the trip were they had some, you know, grill stands and stuff. So on the last day, or one of my last days there, I figured I'd go to the grill. I got a burger and a hot dog, and I put some pickles and relish and stuff on there. Yeah, it tasted fine. I'm always down for a hot dog or a burger anyway, so can't really go wrong there. It tasted good. And I got an ice cream. See, I didn't get ice cream every day. I only got it that one day. Got a little cone and stuff. A little chocolate ice cream. It's good. Yeah, ice cream. This was from the front of the ship here. The bow. Oh, this reminds me, there's another thing that didn't upload here, but here's some pizza that I got. They had a little pizza thing there too, where you can get pizza. This pizza wasn't that good. It was very thin too. I'm more of a fan of like thicker, softer pizza, but you know, this pizza nonetheless. It was fine. And then got some dinner again that night. Some of this grub, very good grub. This was at the buffet. Some pasta and fish, and this was like calamari type stuff and all that good stuff. Yeah, it was good. And that was kind of one of the last photos I took. Okay, it looks like things are actually uploading now. So there are some things that I can show you in a hot second here. I will say also, one of the good things about this trip is it kind of pushed my sleep schedule a little bit forward. So I've been going to bed. I'm probably going to end, well, moving forward, I'll start ending stream around 11ish. Maybe hopefully start earlier. Because I've been waking up earlier now too, which is nice. Feel a little more productive. That's one of the things that this trip did for me, I suppose. So far, at least. We'll see how long it lasts. Okay, these are ones that are uploading. What's going on, John? Hello. There was okay, there's a couple more things that I wanted to show too. But yeah, some of the things are populating. Yeah, like this, like the jellyfish. This is at the Vancouver Aquarium here. They have very cool jellyfish. Exhibit there. You fix your sleep schedule so good, you're about to ruin it with transcontinental travel again. Yeah, that's the tough part, huh? Some more jellyfish. Jellyfish. Look at them jellyfishes. I was just going over my trip, John, that I took. We're at the tail end here. I'm just showing some stuff that didn't get uploaded. What's this? Oh, here's the big ass eel. Big ass electric eel, man. I'm moving against it so it looks smaller than what it should be, but it's a big ass freaking eel. Holy crap. Yeah, I knew something was wrong when the eel didn't pop up. Like, that's rude. How come the eel didn't pop up? Oh, they had a little touch tank exhibit here. Or, you know, some lady was touching it, so I took a video. But I touched like a sea urchin and some starfish and stuff. Yeah, they had a whole little room with a bunch of tanks for stuff to touch, which was interesting. Okay, I'm gonna let these ones load in here. Miss anything? But yeah, sea urchin. Y'all like uni? I like uni. I'm hungry just thinking about. Oh, also, I'm back on my diet again. I'm going ham. I've kind of been maintaining for the past couple months, kind of intentionally, but unintentionally because I got lazy. We're back on the diet. I got a new app and everything. I'm using a paid app this time, $6 a month, but that's got a lot of cool features. Makes things easier. Urchin, it's Tataru. Some urchin. Yes. Yeah, there's a frog video that didn't show up too that I wanted to show. So. Okay, this one's almost done upload. Okay, we can go through some of these here because these ones are almost done. But yeah, this was the cool part. This is what made the aquarium so much better than the Seattle aquarium. Let's see how long this one is. Look at that. This is a little live show that they were gonna do here. Well, this was the host, I suppose. He was a really good host. He's very charismatic.
Not to look at my bald spot as I walk away, but of course, in just a few minutes, our wonderful.
He's a funny guy. He said, "Don't look at my bald spot as I walk away," and all that stuff. Okay, let's get to the. Oh, that's the same video. Look at the big boy. Look at that big boy. They're just throwing fish. He's waving.
Doesn't he kind of look like my stepdad?
Isn't he funny?
Now, of course, what we are here today to see is those marine mammal trainers working with those stellar sea lions.
He's the biggest one there, but yeah, he's very large.
Anytime you see the trainers there,
He's a big boy.
sea lions to raise a flipper, open their mouth, maybe stick out their tongue. That is, of course, like when we go to the dentist, right? The dentist.
He's a big boy. Here, I'll show you guys some of the other ones, but let me make sure. Well, I don't know if I missed. I wanted to show you the gym that they had there. I thought it was kind of cool. I couldn't even find it. Little gym video. They had a decent little gym there. A lot of treadmills, but I was like the only one there, so I can't really find it right now.
30 kilos, we gotta make sure that beach bod is maintained for the summer. Beach bod is maintained for the summer.
It's the big boy. I don't know why it's so dark. Okay, because I was hovered over it. There it is.
Now, one of our
It's the big boy.
exercises that we like to see here is called a breach. That is where Keenan.
They're doing some spins.
Maybe he'll do a tailspin instead. But of course, once he charges up all of that muscle, he bounces up out of the
I'm just eating all the fish.
He splashes right about. You guys members?
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Of course, physical enrichment is just part of the puzzle, right?
There was, I tried to get it on film. There was one point where he splashed like one section of the crowd pretty good because he's so freaking large. I didn't catch that part on video, but they had smaller ones too. Right? They're the other guys and gals. Just getting their fish. Eating their fishies. What the hell was that gym video I had? It'd be like right around here, I feel. But I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Perhaps it is gone. Anyway, yeah, I got 3 workouts in over that week. Basically, that Sunday when I arrived on the ship, worked out. That next Monday at sea, worked out. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays were port days. Astoria, Seattle, Vancouver. So I didn't work out. I just walked. And then Friday I rested. Saturday I got to work out. And Sunday we disembarked in the morning. But yeah, it was very cool. This show was really good. It was cool seeing them like swimming around and eating all the fish and all that stuff. Definitely the highlight of the aquarium. Vancouver Aquarium, If you have the option to either go to Vancouver Aquarium or Seattle Aquarium for some reason, go to the Vancouver one. It's better. So they did an otter feeding later in the day, but it was so crowded. It was in a different area, a smaller area, and it was crowded, so I didn't stick around for that. But yeah, they were feeding otters at one point too. So pretty cool to see. Pretty cool to see. He's doing a little wave. Do a little wave. I wonder how much this guy weighs. He's gotta weigh a shit ton. Yeah. Yeah, if I got if he like sat on you, you probably just die. Right. Oh, there he is. He's doing a woo.
The final thing you can do is, of course, the big one, big scale change legislation.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some of the other guys there. Oh, I did want to. There was this one frog video that I wanted to show. Did I get a photo? Did I get a thing of the otters at all? Oh, they're the. I didn't videotape the whole thing, but these two sea lions were bullying another sea lion. There was this other sea lion who was trying to like hop on, and every time they were trying to hop on, they would like bark at him, tell him to go somewhere else. This sea lion was trying to hop on the other one, and they would bark at him, tell him to hop off. You know. There was this little kid there. There's this little kid watching, and the little kid who kept screaming, "It's no bullying!" Oh, here's an otter. Yeah, with his little toy. It's one of the little otters there. He's just swimming with his little otter toy. He's having a good time. Look at that. Yeah. What's this? Oh. Not a good. There's another otter just doing something. Couldn't get a good video there. Oh, but yeah, here I wanted to show you guys these frogs who were doing some stuff. Doing something. I don't know. Is that how frogs do it? Is that how it works? I don't know. This other frog would attack them eventually, but I didn't catch it on video. But yeah, oh, there's this other little lizard here. Before he was making faces at me, but when I took the camera out, he went still. Just stood still. But yeah, that was kind of the trip. That was pretty much it. I'm trying to see if there was any other stuff that didn't go through. There was definitely some other stuff that didn't go through, but that was the gist of it for sure. Oh, here's the gym video. See if I can upload this one real quick. I just wanted to show you guys the gym because it was just funny. Like every time I went there, I was the only one there. I guess I'm not surprised, but I was literally like the only one there. So it was kind of nice to have like the whole gym to myself. It wasn't anything like super spectacular, but you know, it's nice to have the option there. Okay, it's uploading. Shouldn't take too long. It's the only have. But yeah, it was a good trip overall. I wish I ate more, I suppose, because I didn't gain as, like I said, I didn't gain as much weight as I thought I was gonna gain over the trip, or bloat, some weight and bloat. I'm hungry just thinking about it right now. I'm hungry thinking about it. Yeah. But apparently, yeah, the people on the ship, they work really hard. I was talking to my cabin steward. His name was Michael. He's a cool guy. He started calling me Kev, like right off the bat. But he said, like they don't get like days off. Like they sign like contracts apparently. So his contract, he's be on that ship until November, because that ship like is constantly making port. And you know, my trip ended there, but my mom kept going to the next ship. They went back north to Alaska. He's like, yeah, I don't really get days off. He's like, I might get a day off if, you know, I get like 10 good reviews or something, then I might be allowed like a full day off. But aside that, they're just kind of like, they work very hard. I don't think they make like too much money, but hopefully they get some good tips. But yeah. Yeah, they work a lot, man. He was good. He's very, yeah. Oh, here's the gym. Here it is, uploaded. This was the gym. It was a nice little bunch of cardio stuff. They have machines along this wall here.
So I'm at the
I used some of the
fitness
machines.
center on this cruise ship here. There's literally no one here.
It's completely empty.
Entire gym is for me. Isn't that something? I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. If I want to push today, though, I feel like I should do some legs because I'm going to be walking around.
It had some dumbbells there. It went up to like 70 pounds, 80 pounds or so, 70 pounds, I
Maybe I'll
think.
do a full body split, but like a push, like a horizontal.
They had a
vertical,
Smith
full
machine.
body or
I used the
something,
Smith
maybe?
machine quite a bit. And then they had some cables here. But, oh yeah, I was able to get some workouts in. Let me see if there's anything else here I missed. Yeah, I think that kind of covers it. So a lot of aquariums. I wasn't necessarily planning that, but okay. There's two more. There's like a couple more things I wanted to show. This of the water. So, leaving San Francisco and re-entering San Francisco, that area there. So Sunday, afternoon, late afternoon, evening, when leaving San Francisco, and then that's that Saturday night, next Saturday night / Sunday morning coming into San Francisco. Especially that Saturday night, that was the choppiest, the waviest that the ship I felt on the ship the whole trip. Something about that area, I suppose, where it was super rocky. And it wasn't even like as rocky as one might experience going to other places, or, you know, depending. My mom said like the other night was super near Alaska, was like super freaking rocky and all that. But that night coming back, oh my god, that ship was like leaning, and it probably wasn't leaning as far as it could lean, probably not even close, but it was the most lean I had experienced on that ship, and I thought it was kind of interesting. Let's see if these upload. Oh, these are going up. Do. Okay, these are uploading over here. I tried to get some video of the waters. For the most part, the waters were very calm, but that night I tried to get some video of the water. This probably doesn't do it justice. It's very hard to see, but you know, at night and you're looking out there, it's like imagine if you were out there in that water. Yo, I would die. Probably. I don't know how cold. It's probably pretty cold too. But yeah, just the sound. It's so majestic, but like spooky at the same time, you know. The power of the sea. But that night it was super rocky. Let's see if these render in here. Oh yeah, here's one of them. I don't know if this is the one. Okay, I tried to show it as best as I could, and it doesn't come across on video as much.
Yo, the ship is leaning.
But if you look at the
that?
drapes,
Holy crap.
I tried to video. That was the best way I could show. Like, if you imagine, those drapes are supposed to be like flush against the window, or, you know, parallel to the window. But because of the lean,
Yo, the ship is leaning.
you can see the drapes like coming out, right?
Crap.
Like I had to, especially that night, like use force to make sure
Look at that lead.
that like I don't like, you know, fall over because of the lean, because of the rocking and the swaying.
This to be more like over there.
Yeah.
This thing. Oh my god. Here we go. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, it's
See, that's where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be more like over there. Oh, well, we're going for another one. Here it is. Here comes the lean.
yeah, that's the best example that I could show. Yeah, you know, probably, you know, it's probably not the worst that I can get, but my first experience, or at least one that I can remember, where it was that rocky, at any point in time. That was kind of interesting. Now, did I think the ship was ever going to sink? No, not really. But of course, it's like when I'm on a plane, right? There's always that like small thought of like, okay, what if this does happen? What am I going to do, right? So I was just kind of thinking about that, like, What I do? I gotta go get my mom. She's like somewhere on the ship. I gotta go grab her. But apparently, like the last big like cruise sink was the Concordia, which I ended up looking up like when I got back home, just because I was curious. Which was like 10+ years ago. Y'all remember that in the news? What's going on, Horn? How was your time off? It was good. It was good. It was relaxing. It was refreshing. It was tiring and relaxing at the same time. But it was a good experience, you know. I had a good time. Had a good time there. But the Costa Concordia. This is the one where the captain like abandoned ship. Before like, you know, he didn't stay on the ship. He's like in jail right now for a long ass time. There was like 30 people who died. Out of like 4,000 or 3,000 people. But yeah. So what he had ordered the ship to get closer to the coast, like within like half a mile of the coast, and they ended up, you know, going up against this rock. It was like a 30-something meter gash, and then, you know, they didn't sound the alarm like at least until like an hour after. But yeah. Yeah. This is the one with the viral video of the Coast Guard. Let's see. Costa Concordia radio call of this guy, the bald dude. Was it 16 years of jail time? Yeah, something like that. So this is the captain. This is the Coast Guard captain. Right. DeFalco is the Coast Guard guy. Chatino is the cruise captain.
Mi dica il suo nome, per favore. Sono il comandante Schettino, comandante. Schettino? Sì. Ascolti, Schettino. Ci sono persone intrappolate a bordo. Adesso lei va con la sua scialuppa sotto la prua della nave, lato dritto.
He's like telling him to get back on the ship. You know.
Lei sale su quella biscaggina e va a bordo della nave. Va a bordo della nave e mi viene a dire, mi riporta quante persone ci sono.
It just felt like I was on the ship again and it was rocking. I just got this sensation.
È chiaro? Io sto registrando questa comunicazione, comandante Schettino. Allora, comandante, le dico una cosa. Parli a voce alta. Allora,
it's like, speak up!
Io sono qua di fronte. Comandante, parli a voce più alta. Metta la mano davanti al microfono e parla a voce alta.
He's like yelling at him, like, yo, get your ass back up there, man.
Fallo venire qua. Comandante, allora, in questo momento la nave è inclinata. Ho capito. C'è gente, ascolti, c'è gente che sta scendendo dalla biscaggina di prua. Lei quella biscaggina la percorre in senso inverso, sale sulla nave e mi dice quante persone e che cosa hanno a bordo, chiaro? Mi dice se ci sono bambini, donne o persone bisognose di assistenza e me ne dice il numero di ciascuna di queste categorie. È chiaro? Guardi Schettino che lei si è salvato forse dal mare, ma io la porto veramente molto male, le faccio passare l'anima dei guai. Vado a bordo, cazzo! Comandante, per cortesia.
Yeah, he's basically just yelling at him to get back on board. Hey Kev, moved your character out of the moon. What happens if I stay on the moon? Anyway, the last thing that I read about the story was apparently the mayor of the little coastal town that the ship sank near. Like the mayor actually, or like, you know, a mayor representative. I don't know if he's the full-on mayor. Actually went from the town in the middle of the night, sailed to the cruise ship and boarded the sinking cruise ship to help, you know, guide the relief efforts when the captain left. So that's kind of badass on that guy's part. But yeah. But yeah. Well, yeah, that's my cruise. That was my vacation. That was my vacation. I'm hungry now just looking at some of these photos. But yeah. So, I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. I was thinking of taking a little bit less time streaming and, you know, really trying to hammer out some of these videos and stuff. But we'll definitely be here for Friday. We got repo day. It's been a while since we repoed, right? It'll be our last repo day for another week, I suppose, since you maybe, probably will be gone. But yeah, it was a good little trip. Had a good time. I'm gonna exit the game. But yeah, like I said, sleep schedule has been a little bit better, so yeah, it's good to be back though. I'm actually, you know, I look forward to taking another trip sometime in the future. I don't know when. But yeah, it was nice. Feel good. Feel refreshed. Feel motivated. Feel healthy. Feel all sorts of things. Working on the Valheim video right now still, and then got some 14 videos in the queue to work on, and yeah, got a lot of stuff in the works. Eureka soon, Dawntrail Eureka soon. It'd be a good time, huh? But I think here is where I will call it 11 o'clock. It's kind of bedtime now, as opposed to 12 to 1 a.m. for me. 11 to 12. Yeah. We can become Eureka addicts again, yeah. Anyway, yeah. It's good to see you guys again. Maybe I'll be on tomorrow. If again, I'll be here Friday, and we can do some repo. And y'all have a good night. Okay? Oh, there's Key Lime. I'll catch you guys, okay? Hope you enjoyed my story. Go travel, go get some fresh air, go touch grass and aquariums, and yeah, live your life, you know? Eat some good food, get some steps in, get some good sleep, and all that. Rest in peace to Hogan. Or Barney, not Hogan, Barney. Rest in peace. I was checked out for a bit low batteries. You missed the cruise. You missed the cruise. How are you gonna live vicariously? No. Now Hogan's gonna die tomorrow. No. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Okay. Okay. Bye. VODs. I'm actually okay. Well, I will say I'm honored. I didn't realize people watch the VODs until like Volpedi mentioned watching VODs like a year or two ago, and I'm just honored that you would actually go watch the VODs for the streams for whatever reason. So, you know, that seems like a very, like decisive action to take. To choose to watch someone's VODs is, feels like a great honor. You watched a few. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Right? It's like extra effort to go watch a VOD of a live stream that had already passed, but appreciate you guys. But yeah, like I said, trying to go ham on the videos. So maybe a little bit less streaming moving forward, and maybe for the near future or for the future. Trying to go ham and harder on the videos. Make sure I am 100% here and present for streams when I do stream. Okay. Bedtime. Y'all stay healthy, eat good food, eat a lot of food, but also get a lot of exercise in. Keep your mind and spirits healthy, and get some sun, but wear sunscreen at the same time and all that. I'm gonna lose some weight again. It's gonna be good. I'm hungry though. I'm gonna go drink a protein shake or something. I want a burger though. Okay, bye. Good night.